Back here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, Mark Henry, and Mark, so pleased for a first time ever on first time ever on Busted Open, we welcome in WWE Superstar Elias. Elias, how are you today?
Hello, I am Elias, and I am doing fantastic. How you boys doing?
Man, we're doing good. And I'll tell you, how does it feel to when you get introduced to be called a superstar?
Oh, it's a great feeling, one I've wanted and felt like I had inside me my entire life. So to show up here and have you two give me that, it is absolutely good.
I'll say this, Mark, and I remember taking my daughter to a live event at the Garden around December, just before Christmas, and Elias was on the card, and he had his guitar on the stool at Madison Square Garden. He starts playing Freebird, and I'm telling you right now, 15,000 fans were singing Freebird with Elias. And Elias, what's it like for you, to be at like a place like Madison Square Garden and, forget about even wrestling, but just having all those fans in the palm of your hand?
Yeah, it's a crazy thing, man, but I'm in such a situation with the spotlight on me and the music and whatever I bring to the table, whatever that is, where the crowd just kind of gets caught up in it and, can do kind of whatever comes my way. And I think that night that you're referencing, it somehow turned into that crowd wanted to hear Freebird, and guess what? I know how to play, damn near anything. So here we go, time to play Freebird. The whole crowd sang along. And then I think I switched it into singing a song about New York City. So, it's you know what, and that happens sometimes because the crowd always thinks they can they get the best of you some way or another, and I just always let them know that Elias is in control.
And that's one thing that you do every single Monday night. Like, they do the whole walk with Elias with you, and they seem that they want to cheer you, but you know just how to turn it the other way and get those fans to boo you.
Yeah, well, listen, man, when I get up there, I just speak the truth, okay? So, like this past week, if I want to tell you that, I've got an album that's going to drop, that's true, and that's great news. That's great news for everybody because the Elias album is going to be fantastic. And then if I want to keep on going and let you know that Boston accents annoy me and make me want to punch people in the face, I'm going to tell you that too. So that's just kind of it. That's why anybody rides the ride with me, because they know I speak the truth.
Well, the one thing, Elias, is I'm from Jersey, and you can't say anything bad about New Jersey. I mean, it's the perfect state. So thankfully, I live in a state that you couldn't criticize.
Wow, that is an interesting comment there. Very interesting. And it's quite ego-filled to think that you think your state is perfect. I'm not going to get into all my issues with New Jersey right now because I want to conduct this interview, but let me just say there are some issues.
Elias, it's hard for me not to start laughing when I see the crowd say, when you say that, do you want to walk with Elias? And the crowd chimes in, and you smile so hard and big because that is the realest thing. And I tell people all the time, it's just like the title. That first title you win, it's real. It is real as can get. And that reaction that you get from the crowd every week when you say, what does WWE stand for? And they yell out like that's real to you. And I can see it. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're a success is people can feel you. They can read the fact that you're out there having a good time. You're enjoying it. And they see that you're enjoying. Please don't ever change.
Oh, hey, man, you got it. And that is, man, well, first off, Mark, thank you. And you've always been like I guess I want to say supporter or believer in Elias or whatever it is. But and I do appreciate that. And you said it, man, I'm just being myself. So I'm letting my emotions and my heart, I'm putting my soul out there every single week, whatever it is, man. I don't hold anything back. So if I scream, "Who wants to walk with Elias?" and the crowd screams back at me and I feel it, you're going to see my reaction, so.
I want to go on record right now because I know that this happened. Before you came up and you were down south, I said, bro, you're going to make it. Like you're going to be a guy. And it brightens my spirits every time I see you on television and you're shining the way you're shining. And I wanted to have you on this show so I could tell you that I'm proud of you. And I also am every week, I'm more impressed with your comfortability. You're getting comfortable out there. And I think that there's more in store for you, and don't limit yourself. Like you could be one of the greatest. You just got to keep going. That's all you got to do. Don't make no mistakes.
Man, that is high praise. Coming from a Hall of Famer, and like anybody out there listening, 100% true. He said it to me long time ago. He saw something special in me a long time ago. And so, man, geez, yeah, of course, and that's I've been wanting to be a wrestler my entire life, and so I've watched and studied, and it just thoughts just come to me and things like that. So, being one of the greatest is absolutely where I want to ascend to. So, yeah, Mark, thank you, man.
You're very welcome. My best advice is if it comes to your mind, you go do it and say it. Don't ask nobody because they have the potential to tell you no. Let them tell you don't do it again.
Yeah.
Get out there and you do follow your instincts.
Sorry, what was that last one?
I said follow your instincts.
Yeah, great advice, man. Great advice. Thank you.
Mark mentioned about the walk with Elias. How did you come up with that?
Well, when I was in NXT, I was a drifter character, and it had real drifter, beginnings. I used to play guitar outside of the shows as people would file into the arena, and sure enough, they'd hand me dollar bills or whatever it was, and it built a little following in like the local NXT scene around Florida and the smaller shows. And people would start to ask for, the guy playing guitar to be on the shows, whatever it is. And then as that went, developed into it on NXT and then NXT television eventually. And the thing was, I was the drifter, and what's the drifter do? He kind of walks place to place, town to town, and it's in my soul. And just one day I just got on the microphone before my match, before I sang a song, and I said, I have a question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with the drifter? And you know what? People just kind of screamed at me, and it just all of a sudden is one of those things that catches on or whatever, and you keep it going. And when I come to Monday Night Raw, I'm no longer the drifter. Okay, I found my place. I found where I belong, and that's in front of the entire world. So now I'm Elias. Okay, I just go by Elias, and then it just one of those things just comes from outer space and hits you, and you got to put it out to the world. WWE, walk with Elias, it all makes sense. So, again, and it makes sense because when you say it, the entire crowd or the world or whatever it is react right away, and you can just feel it. You feel it in your body, your soul.
I got a question for you. How does it feel to be this newfound sex symbol? having women want you all over. You're a lot better looking than I am. So, I never had nobody going, hey, wow, you're kind of cute. But, I find people all the time, and I got 2 messages today from 2 different people on my fan page that said, man, that Elias is looking like pumpkin pie. That's what she said. and my friend feels the same way. She's like, ooh, that Elias.
Yeah.
He is just good looking. And I was like, all right, well, how does it feel, man?
Of course, man. Well, it is definitely appreciated, and man, and first, let's not downplay yourself. I am absolutely certain you've had, I won't get into it, but let's not downplay yourself here. But the thing is,
I'm scary, Elias. I'm scary. You look at me from a distance, and I don't think people are thinking, wow, I'm trying to get in his pants. They're thinking, man, let me try to get away from this son gun before he try to eat me. Not like that, Dave. Look at Dave. Dave is so dirty. He's such a dirty human being. Like his face just turned red, and he just started laughing. He's horrible. Yep.
I'm going to try not to touch on that, but you know what? Some women,
he said touch.
They like that excitement. That's all. I'll just leave that there. But man, it's just cool, and you know what? If some of the women love Elias loves women, and that's a story that I really enjoy hearing, enjoy telling, enjoy living. That's for sure.
Well, good for you, man. God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Elias, I'm getting a lot of heat from fans. A couple of days ago, Mark Henry talked me into doing a diss track on Brock Lesnar, and of course, it's getting me in some hot water. Have you ever been in any hot water with some of the things that you said at those songs at the beginning? I mean, for somebody who's been in Green Bay and say stuff about Aaron Rodgers, I can see you being in a little hot water once in a while.
Yeah, of course. I almost want to throw it out there the way you throw that New Jersey is kind of the perfect place. A lot of people have, this hometown pride for whatever reason, as if their hometown cares about them. So, when I go out there and I just kind of sing, that's what I do. I show up in the city, whatever it is. I take in the lay of the land. I think about all the things that are important to those people there, and then I go out and I tell the truth. And as we all know, the truth can hurt sometimes. So, I've landed in hot water with, the boys in the back sometimes, the people out in the crowd, people in the office, whatever it may be. But like Mark tells me, I follow my heart, I follow my instincts, and I put it out there.
It's working. It's working.
It is. We love to see you if the Rock had one of those comebacks, and he's going to have his last match. Dave, I put together 3 people that I thought, and maybe 4, and Dave said no, Elias, and I went, oh, yes, and that would be such an unbelievable experience, as well as a feather in your hat. Like, I think that y'all would kill it with the promos, with any interactions, pre-tapes, anything. I think would be made for television.
Man, I more than welcome that. I'm well aware of all the things The Rock has done in the wrestling business and just in life. Man, the guy is just next level human being. But I always get these comparisons here because he played guitar a few times or whatever on television. I just want to throw this out there. He's done that maybe five times, maybe 6 times or something like that on WWE television on Monday Night Raws. But Rock, if you're out there listening, I'm doing it every single week. I'm doing it in front of millions of people around the world every single week. I'm doing it in front of tens of thousands in person live at every show I go to. So why don't you come, walk with Elias, and I can show you how it's really done.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes, put it out there in the atmosphere. That's what I'm talking about. Now it's going to happen. Now it's got to happen.
Well, I'm just going to throw out if The Rock truly wants to get back into the WWE ring and he truly has a passion and love for pro wrestling, like he says he does, he'll accept Elias's challenge. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I mean, right now, fans, chalk it up. Send the messages to The Rock that we want to see him have a guitar battle with Elias. I mean, we can start with that.
Let them know, man. WWE, it's my company, it's my show. Come on back, Rock.
You're invited into the living room to play with Elias.
That's right, man.
Last question from me, Elias, and we actually started the show today talking about NXT, and you're somebody that's obviously gone from NXT to the main roster and has done bigger and better things. Was there ever a worry, or were you nervous at all when they made that call from going to NXT to the main roster?
No, there was no worry, man. As a guy that wanted to be a wrestler his entire life, and I pursued this dream, and I pursued the whole thing. It's where you want to be. So when these opportunities come up to me, the same way it's Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, or it's John Cena Monday Night Raw, or Roman Reigns, or whatever it is, whatever situation I'm put in, I want these things to happen. I think about these things. I envision them. I like Mark just said, I put it out in the universe. I put it out in the world for it to happen, because I want these opportunities, and I want to show everybody that, Elias knows exactly what he's doing, and he wanted this opportunity, and he shows you why he wanted this opportunity, and then he shows you what he can do with this opportunity.
Elias, what do you see in the future for you? Like, do you see yourself continuing to keep battling and striving to be a great entertainer, or are you going to shift gears and start having them focus and put you as a contender for the world championship?
Well, listen, I want to be where the biggest spotlight is, okay? I want to be where the biggest spotlight, the most eyes are, and it's got to feel important when I am out there, okay? I never want to become something where it's just, and I'm sure they can. I'm sure you can count on me to do an entertaining segment or whatever you want to call it out there. But, I want to be where it is most important. So that's the big picture here. If it's the Universal Championship, if it's the World Championship, then that's where I got to go. That's where I got to end up. Okay. So again, I'll just say, put the opportunity in front of me and let me take it from there. And
you've proven. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead. What you got?
You've proven that you can entertain, and you've proven and had matches that were 5-star matches with guys. I mean, I can still think back to the match you had with Bobby Roode, where they should have had that on at the end of the show, because it was hard for people to follow that afterwards. It's time now, and it's going to be a time where they're going to suggest something to you, and you're going to have to say, I don't feel that. And I want to be champion. Like, it's imperative for me to be put in a situation where,
well, the champion has to show up so he can actually go after the championship. Mark.
Well, that's true too. You got to the champion's got to
helps when the champion's there,
But there's enough guys that are champions there now. The Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler's and the Braun Strowmans, and you may not have a title, but they're championship material. The Bobby Lashley's, the Miz, the list goes on. I want to hear Elias' name mentioned in there.
Yep.
Because you deserve to be in that spot. And I'm not trying to incite a riot. I'm saying that if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else will.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Don't go in there Monday and say, "Hey, put me in the damn title contention, or I'm out of here." I'm not saying do that. I'm saying make the suggestion, and sometimes it's got to be subliminal. It's got to be like, "Hey guys, I'm doing everything you asked me to do. I sure would love to get in that title round." Just slip it on in there, and see what's said. It's like you have to stand up for yourself, and you deserve to be able to say that. And I think that the head guy will hear that. I think he'll hear it. You keep going out there and earning your stripes. But what's the use of having General Bar or having Sergeant Bars if you can't speak to the general directly? So, keep on serving and be able to preach your gospel.
And I have definitely, in my experience on Monday Night Raw, I have already come across situations like you're describing there. You got to stand up for yourself, and in my case, whatever it is, I need to take whatever promo and make it what I think it should be, or match and make that what it should be too. And there are certain decisions that are not entirely in my control, but of course I will absolutely stand up for myself. I believe in Elias more than anyone, and even coming from you, Mark, it was just incredibly complimentary to me. But no one believes in it more than me. No one knows Elias better than Elias. So yeah, you said it, man, and that is absolutely where I want to be. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, the guys that fight for the Universal Championship, at least who have this past year, because Brock only shows up here and there. But you know what? My name should be right in the mix with all of them.
I agree, and I got to be honest, I'm a little disappointed that you're not at Extreme Rules on Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? That's that is how it is. I was doing some stuff with Seth right there, and I'm definitely not done with Seth Rollins. If anybody saw that match at Money in the Bank, he had to cheat to win. So that's definitely resting in my head. I don't know if that's going to play a role on Sunday when he's got his match with Dolph Ziggler. I can't say that, but I can say that there's unfinished business, and I'm just going to have to, maybe as Mark says, stand up for myself and take things into my own hands.
Well, I mean, you've traveled all over the world now. Is there a particular place that you've gone that you say, you know what, man, this place is for me? After I'm done, or when I retire in my next 15 years, like where would you go? Like, where have you been where you just said, this place is me?
Okay, so first I got to say, yes, I have traveled all around, and some of the locations are beautiful. Like, I'll get into that in a second, but it's, it just seems to be the people I meet everywhere I go. Just, they kind of get under my skin for one reason or another, no matter what city it is. And that ends up, inspiring many of my songs, believe it or not, the people of these places. So as far as location, as far as like beauty, man, like I just love the West Coast beaches. I love Venice Beach. I love Laguna Beach. Those places, man, I could just, anytime I get out there, it just kind of amps your spirit up for me anyways. And then if we're talking on the other side of things, I think Nashville, just the music of Nashville is just a cool scene as well. So,
well, we're gonna have to get you to come to Austin. We
talk about the Jersey Shore, Mark. The Jersey Shore, he's got to go to. I forgot.
Man, nobody want to go to the dirty little beach. Everybody, come to Texas and come to Austin, and we'll get you out. We'll get you out here on 6th Street, performing somewhere.
Okay, you'll see. Now, it's very interesting, right? You both immediately have that hometown pride where you know what, Austin's the place and Jersey the shore, and so it is very interesting. I don't know if I could trust that right off the bat.
Probably not. It's probably a good point.
Probably best you stay where you are.
You know where I want to see Elias? I want to see him in the main event at WrestleMania. That's where I want to see Elias. Elias, can't wait to see what happens on Sunday. Can't wait to see you again on Monday Night Raw, and we're really pleased for the time. Thank you so much today.
Hey, I appreciate both you guys. That's where I want to see Elias, all the same, right in the main event of WrestleMania. It just feels right to me. Thank you guys for today. Thank you for everything you said, and I'll be talking to you soon.